Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 2 of the more advanced tank model. Last lesson we built the floor and this cube thing along with some helpful define function needed that we're going to use in this lesson. So let's get started. So we left off making this water tank cube, but now we're going to make the tank vessel and the valve drain. So let's get started with the tank vessel. No, actually, we're gonna start with our pressure pump over here. Then we'll do the tank vessel. Sorry. Pressure pump on tank. BPA that upside mesh that it's a cylinder or cylinder add with a radius of 0.2, a depth of 0.06, and the coordinates would be -3, 0, 1.5. Pressure pump is the context, the objects we're naming it pressure pump, and then the pressure pump name is pressure pump. So we give it a name in Python, which we're going to use when we code in Python. Over here, we're also giving it a name in Blender, which we're going to use in Blender in yellow. Okay, now we can create text, a test vessel. Test vessel on columns. Column. So we're gonna first get vessel center z is 0.3 plus 0.3. So it's the center of the z coordinate, which is how Python and Blender uses to determine the coordinate of the z. It takes the middle. And now we're going to create vessel center x. The x coordinate is 2.0. We're not going to create a y one because we can just enter 0.0. The y is going to be 0.0. Now let's add a cylinder for our BPY dot ops dot mesh dot primitive cylinder add radius is 0.3, depth is 1.2, location is vessel center x, which we define over here, 0.0, and then the y, 0.0, then the z, 0.0 is the y, and now we're going to rotate it. Rotation equals 0, math dot radians is 90.0 and then 0. So we rotated 90-degree radians on the y, so this way the green line are rotating at 90 degrees radians along the y-axis, which is also how we do earlier over here, except this one's a -90 on the z-axis, and this one is on the y-axis. Okay, now I can close this parentheses and then give it the names test vessel y.context object test vessel dot name is test vessel. Okay, now we're going to create some stuff to add on the cylinder, because right now we've only added this cylinder. Now we want to add some stuff on it. So we're gonna add a little stash here, so it's part of the cylinder, and the drain valve at bottom of vessel. And then bottom Z is test vessel dot location dot Z minus test vessel dot dimensions dot X. We want to take half of X. And Y? Why do this? Well, I'm gonna draw it. You can see it at the bottom here. The code. So we have this coordinate plane, right? And you have this cylinder. And let's say up here is Z, and then we have X, right? I want to find the bottom Z. It's like the bottom of the Z. So then we rotated this, because it originally was upward, but then we rotated it so it's like this now. And suddenly this way is Z and up is X. So this length is X, and since the location Z is the middle of this, we subtract from it. So we go down half of X, then we have the coordinate of the middle of the bottom here, which is bottom Z. Okay. Now, drain position is vector. Test vessel dot location dot X. Test vessel dot location dot Y. And then bottom Z. So bottom Z is the bottom of the Z, and while the rest test vessel location for the X and Y are both the same, so the location of the X and Y are the same. The Z is bottom Z over here, because that's, you can see here, this is what we're building right now. Valve drain. Drain valve at the bottom. So we want the bottom of the Z to be able to build this. Alright, but as you know, the Z is where the middle of the model will be. So if we keep it as it is right now, this will actually be like inside here. we don't want. So we're gonna fix that in just a moment. Actually, we're gonna fix that. Yeah, in just a moment. So create valve, and then drain position valve drain. So we created the valve drain. Okay, and we name it valve drain handle. Here's deploy.context object, and then we just valve drain handle dot location, the z location, and we subtract it by 0.16 so that this thing is like over here, so it's like we are not like half inside. Okay, now for the final part. Vent valve at top of this one. And we're not gonna code this whole thing in this lesson, but we're gonna get started on it. Vent z is test vessel dot location dot z plus test vessel dot dimensions dot x times 0.5. Vent position is vector. So we're gonna get the position, test vessel, location x, test vessel, location y, vent z. I forgot to add the commas. You want the commas here. Vent z. For the same reason as this side shows the vent z, except this time you add it because it's above the vent. And let me just run the create valve. Vent plus valve vent. Yeah, and also over here. What is it? It's called handle because up here, create valve, you return the handle. Oh wait, we did create this. Never mind, we did finish it. Okay, so over here, we got the, and also this is a bit too small, as you can see in this image. It's supposed to be this. That's because it's on the depth we wrote 0.06. It's supposed to be 0.6, and now it's normal. Okay, you can see the nearly things we built. This. Over here, if compared to the picture, you can see top and bottom of the thing over here. Go to modeling. Yeah, you can see these things. And this over here. So that's it for today. Bye.